Hello once more. Welcome to the Calmie African Diary Show. Sorry, earlier on we did have a slight hitch. Hitch. I don't know who's trying to pull us down, but here we are. We are back. Karibuni Sarah to the Calmie African Diary Show right here on the Black Hot Fire Network, radio for the 21st century. I don't know for whatever reasons what just happened, but here we are. We are back. And before we actually took that let me call it a break. Before we did have that slight technical hitch, I was talking about the situation with the Askaris in the 254. I'm not talking about the policemen because the policemen, they are now even beyond. I'm not talking about the lawyers in the country. I'm not talking about the politicians in the country. But I am talking about the city council offices. That you have to wake up early in the morning to go out there looking, trying to hustle for your kids, trying to ensure that your kids have something to be proud of because you do not want to end up robbing someone and getting killed in the process. So, in the process, you're out there early. You know how much you have spent in purchasing the goods. And there's that one city council officer out there just waiting for you. He or she from their homes, they just showered, and then now in the city, that is in the town, the two in the CBD, waiting for you to come parade your goods and demand for a bribe. I'm sick and tired of this because as much as different people have taken it to the social media, trying to seek for justice, you go report it to the policemen. The police are even worse. They even demand for a higher bribe. I mean, I'm just getting sick about all this. Remember, I'm just as much as it is about entertainment, I just want to focus on this because yesterday I had talked about it, and I had earlier on said that today I was going to share the video. So I am almost going to share the video. Let me know your view regarding this. I remember this is the Calmie African Diary Show right here on the Black Hot Fire Network, radio for the 21st century. And today it is all about updates. Today it is all about entertainment as well as some of the things that are happening in the society. So feel free to interact with me. Feel free to give a view regarding this. And yesterday I had talked about how a lady who was just innocently selling her tomatoes, selling her lemons and oranges. And because she refused to give a bribe, they ended up tying her to a car. And if it were not for the motorcycle guys, we do not know for how long she was going to be driven around town just because she didn't pay bribe. Now, this is not the first time that we are having the city council officers harassing hawkers. Perhaps, I do not know if in your country it is the same, but go to Nigeria, go to Ghana, come to Kenya. Many African countries, we do have hawkers out there parading their goods. In Rwanda, I didn't see a majority of them, but that is just how it is out here. And at some time, you get to see a mother is just maybe breastfeeding a child. But these city council officers, they'll come, take her goods by force. You can imagine in the process what might happen to the child. Hello, Keith.
So what are we talking about, Kim? Who's bribing who? Who's getting
All right,
these bribes?
city.
The city, or is the city or the police? Who's bribing who?
The city council officers want their hawkers to bribe them.
Okay.
And if you refuse to bribe them, some hawkers have gone missing, some hawkers have been stabbed.
Wow.
Some of them have survived. Exactly.
Wow. Hold on.
This is
Hold
in
on.
Kenya.
Hawkers on the street. Hold on. Hawkers on the street have been kidnapped, have been come up missing. But just hawking your goods. Somebody have been stabbed.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a rough business, Calmie. Why are they being stabbed? I'm just trying to sell you some water or some food or some whatever I'm hawking. Why I gotta get stabbed?
because I have refused to pay you, that is to give you the bribe that you are asking for. Some of them have gone missing, and I'm just about to share the video. I mean, it's crazy how we are surviving out here. And kid, most of the time
I
on my
wouldn't be
way
no,
home,
I, I would,
yes.
I wouldn't be no hawker, Cam. Being a hawker seems dangerous for your health. Being a hawker seems dangerous for your health, Cammy.
I'll end up getting myself in a situation that might even lead to my death. I can't even have the idea of hawking, cross my mind, because I've seen how difficult it is. Sometimes you get to bump on people with attitude. They do not want your products. Even before you are done with dealing with the attitude of the people, the city council is waiting for you there to bundle you in their car. And if you're not
Ah,
able to of course to pay them the bribe that they want, then that is it. Let me just share this video,
so,
kid, as you get to proceed.
all right, well,
Yes.
hold on, Cammy. Hold on, Cammy, hold on. Let me understand. So after I hawk my wares, the city
Uh-huh.
councils are pulling up in their cars and trying to get a bribe for me. They're trying to get the money that I just made. Yeah,
Exactly.
God, I, wow, the corruption in Africa is just be on another level. And
Hmm.
family must understand why this is normal, this African country, because they were set up as fiefdoms, as corrupt. When the Europeans left, they all the money goes to Europe. So everybody's got to steal and do these corruption games to feed their families.
True.
Man, shit, this is crazy. And I hate to say it, the French
Hmm.
colonies, the French African colonies family are the worst. You would never get me to relocate to no French African colony. I tell you,
Hmm.
go kick rocks. They are the worst.
You'll go missing. Kid, you'll go missing. And sometimes it depends with their moods. If they want this amount of money, perhaps it's even the entire type of that is the entire amount of
You
money
out
that you
there,
have spent for that
you out
day.
there working in the hot sun, Cam, in the hot sun or the rain or whatever, hawking your wares, barely making a living, and then these
Mm.
people want to come along and get the and reap the benefits from all your hard labor from walking up and down the street asking people, hey, would you like some of this? You want some of that? You want some of
Mm.
this? I'll sell this. Well, so what? We want all the money that you just made. What? If I'm the hawkers, I hate to say it. If I'm the hawkers, see, I couldn't live in African country. Like, not like that. I got to have the gun. Like America. You come asking for my money, I'm going to shoot you in the face.
This is Africa, kid. The moment you get to retrieve your gun, they'll be like, "You are the most wanted thief they have been looking for." And before you even get a chance to explain yourself, your body will just be taken to the city mortuary. Let me share just a slight video. Kid, we do have a
Go ahead.
lot of topics here that are just going that
Go
we're
ahead.
just about to blow each other's mind. Let me just share this. This is in Kenya, and I'm just wondering if this is how Kenya is. How about countries like Nigeria, whereby they are overpopulated? Let me share this.
Well, Nigeria's not actually overpopulated. It's just corrupt. you know, it's 200 million people, but it's not overpopulated. It's just corrupt.
Exactly. I don't. Okay. I hope this. Okay. This video is for KTN. All right. Let me just proceed and play this. Sometimes you are beaten.
Ah,
Mkanjo mmoja alinishika akaanza kunifinya matiti hivi, akaniuliza, we Njino, unadanganya nani na matiti toki maziwa?
see that stuff right there. Why isn't why isn't why isn't President Kenyatta doing nothing about that? That's right there in the capital in Nairobi. He can do something immediately. Anybody found stealing goods from hawkers, you're going to prison. You're going. That's all you got to do. Any
Uhuru,
city councilman, anybody doing anything illegal to hawkers
uh-huh.
is punishable by prison. And that put
Uhuru
an
is
end to all that.
Uhuru is busy. Uhuru is busy ensuring that his vast estates do not get to be stolen by one of his goons. So he won't even bother regarding the state of the hawkers.
You got that right. You got that right, Kimmy. Go ahead. As Spike said, they don't care. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. Nobody, no, Spike says no one cares.
Spikes cares about his own life and peace. He doesn't want trouble. He doesn't want to become the new opposition leader trying to fight for a change in Africa.
Sasa mwingine akitaka kunigonga kichwa nikasema mnaniua. Mimi ndio nilidunga wa pili, lakini kisu ni ile anapiga tu kuweza kudunga kila mtu.
We have an officer now who is at Kayole. He was injured in the life of duty here in Ghana. And that officer actually is working in crashes.
Now, Nairobi City has got some of the best roads, not only in Kenya, but in the entire African continent. In fact, Thika Super Highway that connects between Nairobi and Thika Town, which is just about 40 kilometers away from the city, is one of the best super highways you can ever find anywhere in the entire continent. But there is one factor that many of the road designers and road constructors really didn't consider while putting these roads in place. This is the same factor of space that has led to prosecution, serious injuries, and even death among many young Kenyans who work along the roads as hawkers. Unfortunately, this story begins on a disheartening footing. These are the usual scenes of confrontation between police and Nairobi County askaris on one hand and the hawkers on the other. It's profoundly saddening. An official report shows that in the last 2 months, at least police have shot 5 people in the confrontation, while 12 others have been stabbed around Nairobi's Ngara estate.
Waliambiwa order, wakashuka kwa gari wakaanza kuduga watu visu na wakaanza wakiduga huyu wanaduga mwingine. Sasa sisi tukatoroka kwanza. Kutoroka saa zile tulienda, walikusanya hizo mali zetu zote tunauza, wakazikuzanya pamoja, wakaziweka
Keith, you hear they just alighted and they started stabbing, hawkers because one of them was injured. One of the city council officers was injured. So it was more like a payback.
So I'm saying the hawkers, look, there are no jobs in Kenya, so they're creating their own jobs. They've been entrepreneurs.
Exactly.
They're creating their own jobs. So why should they be murdered for being entrepreneurs? Why should they be killed or harassed? Now, hawk is actually more prevalent in West African countries. I don't know if this kind of corruption happens because when you're in Nigeria, you're right, like Nigeria and Ghana, you can't go nowhere without a hawker in your face. Hey, buy this. Hey, get this. Hey, you want that? Hey.
Exactly.
Like, no, get away from me, damn it. So I don't know. I mean, it's more prevalent in West Africa. It's everywhere. So I don't know if they can beat them up in West Africa, like same way East Africa. They just hawkers are everywhere. Good God,
they have to make
wherever you go. They got to make a living. So I don't know. I don't think they might do that too. I don't know, but I haven't heard that in West Africa, like in Ghana or Nigeria or Gambia, wherever they hawking their wares. I haven't heard that. This don't make any sense. You don't have any job. Why are you harassing people? Entrepreneurs.
And this is not the first case whereby we've seen the confrontation between the hawkers and the askaris. Sometimes they get to collect their goods. For example, in this incident, they collected their goods and banned all of them. So, Keith, you can imagine perhaps you've taken a loan from a bank, or you have taken a loan from, how do you call them? The Shylock and so on. So you can imagine if they know your house, they'll come collect every valuable there until they are able to pay, the loan that you owe them. So it is just so unfair. This is not the first time that the city get manhandled.
It is unfair. Why? And then you gotta say, well, why is this unfair? Because it's so corrupt. Africa, everybody say, why is Africa so corrupt? Because the resources are being stolen out of Africa.
Yeah.
And it makes everybody scramble for $1 and makes them corrupt. That's why. The root cause is still Europe. in China, stealing resources. The Africans don't benefit, so they got to prey now on their own to make a living. That's what's going on the continent. The continent is not inherently corrupt. The system that was set up by the Europeans is corrupt. That causes the African to be corrupt.
And a funny thing is that as much as this was even recorded, this was even shown on the national television, this case, if we decided to do a follow-up and take a look at if justice was served, trust me, if it is something to deal with their fellow policemen, no justice is going to be served. And you'll be shocked, even the witnesses will get to disappear. Who are you to go against the police? I mean, the police have just set a standard that the citizens need to fear them, instead of protecting that standard whereby a citizen can come report a case to you. There are cases that have been reported to the police. You
Where did the police come from? African people. You didn't have police. Where did these corrupt ass police came from? From the British. Or the French. The British. There was no policemen in Kenya. That came from the British. That's their establishment. But you got a corrupt police beating on African people. That's their system, not African. We've accepted all this system and say these are just normal because this is not normal. Have police beating on you, to even be policed. Africans didn't have police 150 years ago. Only white people did. Black people had no policing. And there was, as Calmie said, her worst fear is going into a prison. There were no prisons in Africa until a white man came. So what? We had no crime? No, because we had nobody. We had a bunch of people stealing all the money and food at the top, and everybody struggling at the bottom. Africa was a fair and egalitarian society. We didn't respect our women like they do now in Africa. I think it's a big deal that you got an African woman in Tanzania. That used to be the norm. For the British and the French and the Belgians, all these crackers came in, told you hate your black woman, put her on the bottom, she's worthless. That's not African culture. And that's a big deal because the African woman is now the president. That was the norm. If you disrespect black women, you're not African. If you think your woman is less than you, you're not African. I know you think you are because you're colonized. Your mind is fucked up. That was never any African culture. That's why when you go back and actually know history, Queen Azinga, Queen Nini, all these African great queens that ran kingdom. That wasn't out of the norm. That was normal. You think it's now, first African president of Tanzania. So what? Magafuli is bringing you back to African. Go ahead. Am I breaking up, Calmie?
No, I can hear you correctly. Let me just proceed and share this. I appreciate your sentiments, Akid. A lot has just changed in Africa and it has changed for the worse. Let me just proceed to share this.
Two weeks after a fatal clash between Nairobi County askaris and the hawkers over the forbidden selling of goods along the roads, we are headed to the same location where two traders were shot by the police. We intended to talk to one person whose brother was allegedly stabbed to death by the Nairobi County askaris, but as it turns out, our presence here has attracted a huge crowd. They are aggrieved and ready to express their objections.
Kenyan people deserve better. African people deserve better.
29th of August 2014 at around 4:30 p.m., an estimated 200 Uganda residents were instructed who were living along the streets as hawkers walking straight into the arms of their enemies, the Nairobi County askaris.
Watu watatu ndio wamepigwa risasi huko kwa soko. Sasa hii iko next na si huko kwa Matunda. Ndio walipigwa risasi huko. Kuna mama na mtoto nao walipigwa risasi hapa chini. Hapa kama hapo. Na kuna mmoja ameuawa.
Lakini kwenye first aid kama tukwa hii mguu haikuguli.
This looks more like the colonial times, whereby you're being harassed, and
that's what it is, Calmie. African people deserve the best. They don't deserve these puppet governments. African people are still oppressed by the same structures that was left behind by the Europeans. African people deserve better. We just do. African people deserve better. They don't deserve to be treated like that. When there's no jobs in the damn country to begin with, I'm not committing a crime. I'm trying to feed my family, and yet you're still trying to take from me.
Yeah.
African people don't deserve that. And so what we'll do, we'll put a secret camera on Spike and send him out to do an expose. He'll be a hawker for a day.
Spike is not ready to die for the people of Africa, but we need to treat him a little bit.
We'll see Spike's on an expose. He's going undercover. He's going deep undercover, Calmie. Spike's going deep undercover as a hawker in Nairobi. So when they're gonna be saying, hey, I'm undercover. I'm on assignment. You're on assignment for who? Why they?
He's not like in the US that you say you're undercover. Before they even get to give you that time to say you're undercover, they'll come about with a lot of allegations. They might say that Spikes is a terrorist. They might say that Spikes is a terrorist wanting to take images for the next bomb attack.
I know they can make that stick. Spikes is too mild-mannered and conservative. Look at this terrorist. This guy named Matthew Spikes. He's a terrorist. I said, I'm not a terrorist. I've never been a terrorist. I don't do terrorist things. You're a terrorist. Shut up. You're no good terrorist.
They'll tell him his ID is fake. His ID is fake.
You smuggled in here from Somalia. You're a Somali pirate living in Kenya.
It is so unfortunate, but
They're coming to studio, grab a drone. See this drone? He was planning to drop bombs on Nairobi.
Exactly. And his face will be plastered all over the news. But I just hope that it is high time that the government of Kenya gets to really take a look at the welfare of the hawkers, because the same government you have been crying to provide jobs for the youth, they have failed at doing that. So at least let them ensure that the type of employment that these youths have are created for themselves, that it is protected, that these youths are not manhandled. Because if you can imagine being stabbed, the bills that you need to sort in the hospital, perhaps you do not have a hospital cover, and most of that is if you get to survive, or even if you get to take this case to the court. Because I understand that in normal cases, if a police officer has done a crime against that is a civilian,
they're going to be against you, Calmie.
Pardon?
The courts are going to be against you. You're not going to take that to court. The courts are already bought and paid for. You're not going to take that to. And I said the court. That's why I told Spikes we got to get a house in Dar es Salaam. It's just so hard. So if we go back and forth to Dar es Salaam, I don't have to pay no hotel prices for you guys. You already got the house. We need to get a house on the outskirts of Dar es Salaam, like a 3-bedroom home.
We'll let me not comment, and then you decide to change your mind. I'm
not gonna change my mind. I want to do it. I want to get a 3-bedroom home on the outskirts of Dar es Salaam. So when we go back and forth, we can use that as a place. It won't cost nothing. You get a nice house out there for like $100 a month. I pay 6 months. Just keep paying 6 months in advance, and we always have a house there.
Mhm. Say no more. We've already set our minds toward that dream home. We're just so tired with the way that Kenya is just treating us.
I want to, yeah, tell Spikes I want to. Spikes will never want to do it. Ah, it's so hot. Dar es Salaam is so hot. Oh, it's the heat. Oh, it's hot. Oh, it's so damn hot.
Yeah, he has to
So
survive.
we'll get a house to have air conditioning, Spike. So you'll be good. The house will have air conditioning, Spike, so you can walk around there butt naked. I mean, you might get Calmie mad. You might get Calmie mad. She might tell you to put some clothes on and shit. But you'll be cool.
Hey, Keith, you're making my day. You're making my day. But Spikes has had that. He's blushing Loki. He's blushing Loki. But I appreciate everyone who is tuned into the show. We appreciate you. To those who are watching the show, we really appreciate you. Remember, you can.
But then,
Yes?
then we get Joby. Then, like I said, we go back. And also, Joby being part of the thing, ain't got to worry about finding a hotel. It goes straight to that house. House is already always sitting there waiting all the time. That house is always there. Always there.
It will be nice.
It's always there. So we don't gotta plan and all that shit to go to Dar es Salaam. The house is always there. Damn Spike's ass. Let Spike sleep outside with the animals or something. You know, like the house will always be there. Always. Always. Let's say somebody wants to say, you know what? I want to go. You got to take a trip to Dar es Salaam. I just want to go for the weekend. Boom. The house is there. That house is always there. It's there. You see what I'm saying? The house is there. The house is there. Somebody say, you know what? I just want to get away from Nairobi. Let's go hang out in Dar es Salaam for a week. Boom. The house is there.
That will be quite something so nice.
Yeah, the house is there. Damn Spike saying it's so hot. Oh, it's hot. So what? Deal with it. Dress up like a Muslim woman. Put a bunch of dresses and all that shit on around your face. It'll help you against the sun. Damn it.
He has to do that. He definitely has to do that. And Keith, moving on to the next topic. The topic of the day is in regards to us hating our own hair. Let me tell you, most of the times when I get to walk around in town with my hair unkempt, okay, not unkempt in a bad way, but maybe the shaggy type, sponging it and getting to put a little bit of curls, you'll get to realize that you don't receive a lot of compliments. But the moment you have tried some wig on your hair, that is even on social media, that is when everybody will be flocking, wanting to know which type of hair is this? Is it Asian? Is it Brazilian? Where did you get to buy this type of hair? It's sort of
funny part about that, Calmie, it started here in America first before it got to Africa. It's funny, I know. Is that Brazilian hair? Is it Indian? Is it Indian silk? Is it Asian? Is it yeah. Because black women have not been told how to take care of their hair, and the standard of beauty have been these other women and not black women. So black women have grown up hating their hair, hating who they are. And black women, sadly enough, a lot of the grandmothers and your mamas don't know how to make black women's hair grow. Black women's hair grow, but they don't know how to take care of it no more. So they put weaves or put wigs on because they don't know how to take care of it. And later on in life, it causes real damage. When they put all these chemicals and straighteners in their hair, then their hair is damaged. It won't grow. And when they died, they found out that when you do all these perms, all that shit is in your brain. But Calmie, you on the computer, do this. Put up images of black women's brains after images of black women's brains or scalps from
black women.
Yeah, black women's. Images of black women's scalps or brains after dying who have used relaxers. Who have used relaxers?
All right.
It's a thick. Black women don't even know this. It's a thick. That's when they put it on their head, it goes straight through their scalp into their brain. So when they die, their brain is full of all this goo and shit. That was you walking around with all that shit on your brain while you were having dementia, Alzheimer's. You were going crazy. Then you know the shit is eating up. That shit eats up your brain. You're like, wow. So for black women, these beauty standards are killing them because it's unnatural. So images of black women brain after using conditioner, something like, I mean, not conditioner, I mean, relaxer.
Here's what I can find.
Yeah. I know you happy. I'm talking about you gotta say they brain images of not what their hair like, images of black women's brain, not their hair. The brain. Images of black women's brain. Yeah, brains. BRAIN. Their brain. Not with the hair on top. We got to go inside. The stuff where the relaxer goes. It goes into your brain. So after they died, they would find this thick, just goo and shit all on their brain from black women using these relaxers. We might can't find. Don't worry about it. If we can find it yet, we can't. We can't. I'll look it up later. But images.
I can see some articles of women who have died because of using these relaxers in their hair.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, they died. So when they died, it kills. Black women don't know the shit kills you eventually because it's unnatural. You're trying to make your hair look like Asian people hair. You are the only one with hair. Their hair is fur. You're not an animal. So you're not supposed to have animal fur, but you never taught this in biology class. Black women think, yes, I'm supposed to have fur. No, you don't. You're not an animal. An Asian is an animal. A Caucasian animal. That's animal hair. It's fur. That's why it has lice in it, Calmie, and these bugs, like an animal.
Ew.
their hair has lice. Like an animal, like a damn chimpanzee and a dog and all. That's fur. A black woman has hair, but she doesn't know that. She doesn't know that because we've been colonized and enslaved, and you've been told to think that you're ugly. Oh, your hair is ugly. It's nasty. It's this. No,
kinky hair is not appreciated.
Huh?
I'm saying kinky hair is not appreciated. Kinky African hair is not appreciated. And the moment you get to walk around with it, you don't. Most of the time, you don't get to receive compliments because people are like, "Oh, you're unkempt." They don't really get to appreciate.
That's because of colonialization. That's how it was here. That's why the American black woman has all the weaves and all the hair because of that's what it was called the slavery and the colonization of the mind. But now you hate your own women, because they got the hair. But you lost how to take care of your hair. Most black women don't know how to take care of their hair. That's the problem. And so it's easy for them to put relaxers, go get weaves, and all that kind of shit. But at the end of the day, so many years of doing that, it causes damage to their brains. It causes death because you're eating your brain up. You're that's the stuff that's now relaxing your hair, make your hair lay down, okay? The lie, whatever that's in that lie and shit, make your hair now lay down, right? It's taking the pulp out, right? It's lying it down. That shit is going straight to your brain. Those chemicals are going under your. They don't stay on your scalp. They wash it out. No, that shit's going under your scalp. Your scalp has what? Pores. Your scalp breathes. The pores. Your hair comes up through pores in your head. So that stuff goes into your brain. It's like a goo. Like, God damn, I feel bad for black women because they told they're ugly and they must meet these standards that kill them. And I don't know how to tell black women how to take care of hair. I don't know how to take care of black women's hair. But you got to learn to get these traditions back. It's not worth your death. It's not worth your death to look like an Asian woman, a Caucasian woman, or East Indian woman. That's why no one has your hair. I don't know if people can't see. No one has your hair, black people. You never thought about that? You're the only people with that kind of hair. You know why? Because you're not an animal. Animals have that hair. Dog hair, chimpanzee hair.
Exactly.
That's like other people. You don't got that. Why not? Because there's something very special about you. You are a true human being. You have no animal genetics. But your educational system, mine included, wasn't created to teach us that. We were taught to look down on I went to school with white people and I was like, oh, you nappy. I was a nappy-headed nigga. I felt all bad and shit. I'm like, God damn. And when I was a kid, of course, I had the same thing. I wanted that dog hair too. I didn't know that. Oh, man, why my hair got to be nappy?
It's because of the brainwash around the society who used to just to think that
exactly.
white is so supreme, and that is why we.
Go ahead, Kevin. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm saying, and that is why when you get to walk around town, you can even count the number of thousands of stores that have been set up selling all these fake hair and so on. It is very rare for you to find them selling, the original, like maybe the kinky wigs and so on. Most of the time it is these wigs, and you get to see the young girls, getting to storm in and just get to don these wigs, and to them that is it. That is just style. That is
It's a $1 billion business, Calmie, that black people don't own. The same people hate you. It's a $1 billion business that you made them a $1 billion business. I said, if you're going to get it, black women, do the business yourself. Buy from other black women. It's a $1 billion business you're giving to your enemy who can't stand your black ass. And let me make this unequivocally clear. Asians can't stand your black ass. East Indians can't stand your black ass. But you now made them billionaires because of your self-hate. Billions of dollars you giving these people who use that money, they weaponize that money against you. Let's say Kenya, billions of dollars in health care. So going to the Indians or the Asians, they come and build a hotel in Nairobi from your money and then say, listen here, nigga bitch, you can't come in this hotel. And it's your money that built the hotel.
Exactly.
It's your money that built it. And that's your black ass can't come in here. Go ahead, Calmie.
Yes, and in regards to that, Keith, I agree. The other day I was just ordering something to eat, and this Indian man walks in, just walks in and cuts the line, and no one is talking. Of course, I was just.
I told you. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, say that again, Calmie. Say that again. Oh my God. Go ahead.
He walks, and he's like tipping. He's even tipping. The way he's even calling the waitress is more like it's a demand, and then tipping them, and then telling them that to speed up his order. Others were told to wait for like 35 minutes. For him, he just said that he wants his order to be done in maximum 10 minutes, and he even went ahead and tipped them something. And the way he was talking, it's more like it's as if he owns that business, and it's just a customer. It's just he was even badly dressed.
Understand, you're in Africa. And this is Jomo Kenyatta's doing. Those Asians were supposed to have been thrown out the country. Those East Indians that the British brought in to be over black people were supposed to be thrown out. Same way Idi Amin did in Uganda. They were supposed to be thrown the fuck out the country. But the country was set up by the British. So there's no way any Indian in Africa is going to cut in front of me without getting fucked up.
True.
There's no way. I'm fucking you up. You getting this work. That'll never happen in America. An Indian would never fix his mouth to walk in front of a black person line. That's why they put up because they know an American black person is gonna fuck them up. I'm gonna break your bones. Go ahead, Ken.
And there was even a mom with her kid. Now I'm like, you can't even excuse this lady. Like, the type of bossy attitude, and they're like, give me the usual one, you know. They just want to make even them look so special that they've been ordering there for the longest time. And to give me the usual one, and make sure it doesn't take a lot of time. Even giving orders on the type of preparation, and this is just a meal that is prepared the same way as other meals. I was just like, okay, this guy is just so disgusting. But
you guys,
at least,
but the African has made the Indian too comfortable in Africa. An African won't get that treatment in India at all. An African won't get that treatment in India. So that means inappropriate behavior of African people.
The Indians,
There's no way Indians should be owning anything in Kenya at all. At fucking all.
I stopped buying from them a long time ago. You know, you see, because I remember there was a time I once bought something from them, and it's almost like he threw it at me. You know, no change, no customer, no good customer service. Is like, what do you want? You go pick what you want. You just pay. That is it. It's just your money versus their product, and that's the end of it. And that is when I'm like, I'm never stopping in their stores, because then I was looking for something African, and they have a shop. Yes.
They're smart. You're African. So no Indian be disrespecting you on the continent of Africa. And that's been the problem for too goddamn long. The mindset, the education I was left behind has made Africans too damn weak and not be able to critically think. This is the African continent, not fucking India. Those Indians have not always been there, African people. I know since you were grown up, you think they were always there. They were not. They were brought in by the Europeans, by the British, to be over top of you, to oppress you. They were set up as a buffer class. That's why when you got the British out, you were supposed to toss their ass out too. Sadly enough, the only one who wasn't a bootlick knew that was Idi Amin. He said, you people came in with the British. You've been oppressing black people. You got 72 hours. Oh, put us up on me, Cam, since we're here. Say, go to YouTube, Cam. It says, Idi Amin kicks out East Indians. Idi Amin kicks out East Indians from Uganda.
Okay.
Said you motherfuckers got 48 hours, get all your shit and get the fuck out. You've been treating African people as slaves. Get all your shit and your businesses owned by us. It's Africa. We never brought your ass up in here. Go back there. Where we gonna go? Go back to Britain or India. The British brought you in here. Go back to them. Half the motherfuckers couldn't even get British passports. The British didn't even want their ass. And you want to leave them in Africa. Take your ass back to India then.
He did them right. He served them right. Because here now, our leaders, they get to worship these people. They get to make them feel like they can't do anything they want. Right here in Africa, and nobody's going to judge them because of their color. Please.
That's it. And that's the weakness that we talk about the culture. Weakness of the mind. Calmie, the weakness of the mind. Because you've been taught to hate black. You are the rulers of the continent. Africa is a black continent, supposed to be ruled by black power. And unapologetic. Unapologetic. So that's why they had to get Idi Amin out of power. You see it? Should be one of the videos. Any video. Yeah. So that's why he had to go. There you go. Yeah.
All right, let me play this.
He wasn't no bootlicking Museveni, I tell you that. That's why Museveni still talks shit about Idi Amin. They put Museveni puppet ass up in there.
Museveni right now is under their power, so there's nothing he can do.
Yeah, but he wants to put him in power. You guys got me to get up Idi Amin. I'm in power. They put his bootlicking ass in power because Idi Amin was about black people. They're gonna get rid of you. We're gonna play it, Calmie.
All right.
he has instructed me to throw out all Asians from the country. Uganda
Damn
must
right.
be only. The Asians were brought here by the colonialists to build railway. The railway is now finished. Let the British have the Asians and the main soldiers have their troopers.
God damn right. That's what they're supposed to do in Kenya. Get your ass out of it. Give them back to the British. That's what brought these Indians in here.
Mm-hmm.
Get your ass back to India or Britain.
This is what should be done. This is what should be done. That the moment you come to build maybe a road or something like that, you're done. Go back to your home. No, go enjoy in your home. Not come here and make other people feel less vulnerable.
It was exactly right, but they were brought to be over. They were brought there to be over African people. That's why they think they're better than you. And that, you don't allow no one to come in your house, Calmie. I said, I'm gonna visit your house. Then I start talking shit to you in your home. You say, hey, Keith, you got to get out. You don't want out your welcome. I say, shut up, Calmie. Get in there and make me some dinner, damn it. You're like, what? You like, what? You better get your ass out my house. And that's what's been done to African people. So when you get leaders finally are not bootlick and not because he had to overthrow the bootlick that they put in power. Idi Amin overthrew the puppet. He overthrew the British puppet. He said, we got rid of the puppet. That's what he said. We got rid of that British puppet. He gone. And you Indians get all your shit for the times you talk crazy about black people. This is Uganda, a black country. This is Africa. It will be ruled by Africans. You got 48 hours to get your shit. The railway's done. Get all your shit, and you better get out of here.
The Indians had already become so comfortable in Uganda, and they had set their business premises there.
What? Well, Calmie, they control most of Uganda, like Kenya. They talking crazy to black people. Have black people as servants and shit in Uganda. But guess what, Calmie? Guess what? As soon as they got rid of Idi Amin, guess who came back, Calmie? Guess who came back?
The white man.
No, the Indian. Hey, guess who came back? When they got rid of, when they finally got Idi Amin out of power, they might have been in India or Britain, wherever these no good Indians were at. They came back.
Yeah, exactly.
90 days to pack up and go.
Oh, no.
Do not try to look like a true African by blackening your skin with the shoe polish, or else you will suffer. If you are still here after my deadline, just wait and see what happens to you.
What's going on here? What's that? Yeah, let's get this up. Find him over there. Sorry, I know this is a busy time. Yeah, I want to talk with you.
Mohammed, you can have that shop there. And Abdul, since you like food so much, you can have that grocery there and eat everything.
Thank you, General.
We are finally rid of the Patels and Shahs, the whole bunch. And because they are gone, I'm the biggest African leader. Everybody's calling me the great black power of African continent. Is that not true? Who has that shop? I do. It is yours. I'm the conqueror of the British Empire. My dreams becomes right. And our economy will now be healthy. Kibedi, I think I'll give this one to my wife. She likes textile.
Jerry, it's getting worse and worse.
The screams seem to be louder.
Why must we live so near Nina, this state research bureau? The only research that goes on there is new tortures and killings.
You know that I thought I would have more access to Amin if we were near him.
But what can you do? You've told me time and time again, Amin listens to no one.
Darling, almost everyone else has started withdrawing their embassies, but I have to stay.
But why, darling, why?
Listen, I want you and Marie to go back to Paris as soon as possible. Please.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. This demonstration shows that I'm not a racist at all. Why did these Europeans carry me on their backs all the way here? Because they love me. They consider me a brilliant, tough African leader.
I think that is where he went wrong. I think that is where he now went wrong. Kid, can you hear me? All right, I think I lost Kid. That's Chosen One. Hi, you've said a peace to you too. I hope you are doing fine. I think I lost a Kid. I think he is in a bad area. Get your hand out of my pocket if say a piece. I just hope that everyone is doing okay. We're just earlier on talking about the state. Of course, I've just been talking about different issues. We've talked about the situation in Kenya. We have also talked about the situations with the Indians. I mean, I have now interacted with them one-on-one, and I'm like, okay, everything is definitely true. That you either have to stand up for yourself, or they get to really, really, look down upon you. And it is so sad that we Africans get to allow this to actually happen. But moving on from that, because we are just all about updates before we get to wind up the show, I'd love to talk about this situation that did get to take place. This was in South Africa. This was in South Africa. That there was this guy who was dressed in his traditional wear, that is the shonda. Well, let me just get to share with you some of the images on how the shonda, of course, wear look like. And this particular guy, of course, as he decided to, like go to the mall, the way you just get to dress the way you want, and you want to just go shop and so on. So he was denied entry on the shops because the owner believed that he was dressed inappropriately. If we don't get to appreciate our African attires, if we don't get to appreciate the type of wear that people get to don to represent themselves in society, then I believe their stores should be, nobody should get to shop in their stores at all, because this was in South Africa, and we all know that South Africa has a lot of unique communities there. It has the Shona community. There's just a lot of communities in South Africa, and each community, you have the authority, or rather you have the choice of deciding what you want to wear, irrespective of where you are being. And I understand, for example, here in Kenya, members of parliament have been given the go-ahead to go on and get to wear, some of their traditional attires. Let me just get to share this, some of their traditional attires. And I find it quite good, because the moment you get to wear a traditional attire, it is a part and parcel of you telling the society out there that I am African and I believe in my roots. So what is wrong with wearing something like this? What is wrong with wearing something like this? Because I believe the owner of that store, of course, should not only even in terms of
yeah, that's that fake. Yeah, I'm in a bad area. That's that fake movie that they put out as propaganda against them. But if you get Hollywood doing a movie on any kind of African leader, it's gonna be propaganda. Mm-hmm. That's the movie that was the whole movie when I was a kid. That movie scared me. I ain't know. I was like, oh, that Idi Amin guy's a bad guy. Oh my God. Oh no.
I was also scared. I was also scared of Idi Amin. I don't know. I'm having some echo. Can you hear some echo on your side?
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Put my mic on mute. But yeah, I was scared of him too. Go ahead, Ken.
Yes, I remember. I remember debating in the hood that Idi Amin eats people. You know, this that movie was just something on its own, and it got me scared. And Kate, before you disappeared, or rather before your internet did get to go off, I was just sharing a situation, sharing a situation whereby a man was dressed in his Shonda attire to some, of course, a mall in South Africa. And trust me, he was told that he was dressed inappropriately, that he needed to wear the modern clothes for him to fit in. And I'm just wondering that in terms of in terms of clothing, I believe it is not good to deny someone the opportunity to dress the way they want, considering that it is something decent, considering that it is something cultural. I believe that and that store should have been people should have should have stopped shopping in that shop, because this guy was he actually wore a ndebele attire. He actually wore that is a ndebele attire, and it was on a particular on one particular South African that is a shop. And I believe the owner of the shop is a white man, if I'm not wrong. I believe the owner of the shop is a white man, because I think you getting to don something from your community should always be allowed. What is your thoughts on that?
In South Africa, all shops are owned by white people or Asian. The black people don't own anything in South Africa. They're in object poverty. Object. As one of the shows we did with being spiked, I had to pull up. South Africa is the most developed country in Africa, but black people in the country live in the worst poverty on the continent. Worse than Kenya. Worse than even Mozambique. Worse than damn Nigeria. And they talking about other Africans coming into Africa to get their jobs. They live in abject poverty. So yeah, was the white guy? The African took on the traditions of his enslaver, of his colonial masters. Everybody walk around in these monkey suits. Look at me, I got a suit. That's why when I bought Spike's the suit, you gotta have a suit on to be anybody in Kenya. Look at my white man suit. Look at me. Look at me. I got the white man suit on. I'm important now. So
too bad. Mm-hmm.
So the mind is messed up. So till you feel free enough to go back to Africa and retire and claim you gotta be able to claim your culture. You can't say the culture you don't claim and you are ashamed to be African. Mm-hmm. You can't shame me about being African. I know African. I love being, I'm prideful for being an African. I'll die to be an African.
Absolutely.
You can't shame me. You can't shame me for being an African. African have is the richest continent. We have the most beautiful women. We have the greatest of everything. You can't shame me. Mm-hmm. Being an African was the creator of all sciences and math and writing.
Exactly.
Created again. You can't create science again. You can't create math again. That's all African. Every last bit of it. When they try to tell you you're a dumb African, that's a lie. So you can't shame me for being African. Until Africans learn to embrace who they are and not let people that just learned how to wash their ass 2 days ago call you backwards. Oh, you Africans are backwards. Oh, you Africans are dumb and backwards. All your traditions are backwards. All your ancestors were evil. Hey, here, white man. Who did my ancestors murder? Well, nobody.
Nobody.
Well, tell me how they backwards. Well, because we told you that they were. Well, you murdered and raped and killed a bunch of people. Yeah. And we're now telling you that your ancestors were all devil worshippers and evil. And all you niggas are backwards. And sadly enough, our great-grandparents said, thank you, white man. Give us some more of this nonsense. Thank you.
Exactly. And
go ahead, Calmie.
Yes, Kit, before we get to wind up, we are receiving, let me say, some bad news. our president just spoke in regards of a curfew. Trust me, curfew has been returned to 8 p.m. from 10 p.m. because he's saying that due to the increase in the COVID-19, I mean, we are really, really messed up in Kenya right now.
You know, look, Calmie, you know that's a phony. You know it's phony. Who do you know got a COVID? Nobody. Who you know got it? Nobody. He's told by the British, the Europeans, the WHO, the fake World Health Organization, say, hey, you're gonna push this back. You're gonna scare your people, and you're gonna make the curfew more. Who's died, Calmie? Calmie, name me somebody in your family who's died of COVID, please.
No one. I haven't heard of anyone. As much as
it's a pandemic, and you're not allowed to talk about it because it's the mainstream media and white people trying to get this shit to black people. Oh, before we go, Calmie, do this. Before we go, pull this up. I want Africans to know. You gotta know shit.
Keith, I think I lost you there, but I think it's not fair. Keith was definitely right to speak about the fact that the numbers have been more like exaggerated. If there is, the numbers have definitely been exaggerated, and most of the time when you get today, they just get to say that it's COVID. Yes, Keith, I was pulling something.
I'm going out. Can we pull this up? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, pull this up on Google. Google search. Say there is a stockpile of vaccination in Europe. There's a stockpile. Google says there's a stockpile of vaccinations in Europe. You know why? Because even the white people say we're not taking this shit. Give it to the niggas. Let them take it. They're dumb anyway. We made them dumb. Let them get that shit to the Africans. Let them take that shit. We got our puppets in Africa. We got them scared to death. They trust everything we done, and we try to murder and kill them. Put up, can say, search, go Google search, say, stockpiles of vaccines found in Europe. And say, oh, there's not enough vaccinations. That is, it's plenty of that shit. White people saying, we're not fucking with that shit. Say, go pound rocks. Go kick sand. Go kick rocks. Pound sand.
Yeah, they're AstraZeneca.
Yeah, all of it. Anyone, Calmie. Because I said, you got South Africans dying because they're stupid. Yeah, the South African, I don't know what's wrong with the South. Most of the South African is a dummy. I don't get it. You've been raped, murdered, beat by these people. You go, oh, the white man said every news in Africa is not owned by nobody black. None of it. You don't believe what the Kenyan news is telling you. You don't believe what the Nigerian news is telling you. You don't believe what the South African news is telling you. You don't own it.
True. The African media is owned by most of these Western countries, and that is why you get to see that the information is altered most of the time.
Yes, exactly right. It's propaganda. So you like this. No, I'm not. You're not putting that in my body. I know. Give it to the white people. Let them take that shit. But they tell you no. They stay like, nah, we're good. Give that shit to Africa. Africans love to worship it. Give that shit to them.
Because you got no alternative.
Go ahead, Calmie.
I'm just saying because we have no alternative but to get to take what is given to us. But I want to appreciate everyone who did get to tune into the show.
Ask this question before we go, Calmie. Ask this question. Answer it. You have scientists in Kenya and throughout Africa. Why haven't they created their own vaccination? If this is a deadly pandemic, it's deadly. Why haven't they created their own vaccination for African people, Calmie? Why would you wait on your enemy, white people, Asians, to create something for you that's concerning your health? If it's a deadly pandemic, wouldn't you do it yourself? If I'm the mother of a child, Calmie, I'm gonna take care of you first. I'm not gonna go out and say, hey, agent, can you take care of my baby Calmie right here? She's damn near dead. Can you take care of her? Like what?
No,
Like, what are you
not
talking
at all.
about? Exactly. And so Kenyatta being in the whole Kenyan puppetry is dangerous. You tell his ass no pound sand when they talk about give you vaccination. That's when the fight's gonna have to be real. Might be a revolution, whatever. You're not taking that shit at all. You don't allow no one to put, just like in America. If they decide to say it's mandatory, it's gonna be open war. Open war in this country. Because I know too many white people said it'd be open war. In America, we got weapons. Ain't like Africa. America, everybody's got a bunch of weapons at their house, including me. Open war. So, much love, Cam. I'll let you wrap it up.
All right, Keith, thank you so much for your sentiments. And I do understand that everyone has learned a thing or two regarding the topic of the day. We do have other shows as well. And remember to log on to www.blackoutfirenetwork.com. And once you are logged in, you can proceed and get to watch some of the shows that you might have missed. You can also proceed to like these videos and share some of these videos as well. You can also get to donate to support the stream. We highly appreciate that. To everyone who was watching the show, thank you so much. To everyone who was watching and listening, of course, we appreciate you. And if you didn't get the opportunity, remember just to simply log on to www.blackoutfirenetwork.com. I want to appreciate it, Chosen 115. To get your hand out of my pocket, and to everyone else, we really appreciate you. Muwe na siku njema, and also do get to enjoy your weekend as well. And of course, keep it the Black Hot Fire Network medium for the 21st century.